Hello, sophomores. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me give you our directions for today's lesson and where you should be to be all caught up. All right, well, let's begin. Here is your directions from our last class. So basically at this point, this should be done already. You should have had your Flipgrid question done. Your notes from part 1 on our colonialism and slavery packet should be done. You should have filled out your graphic organizer online. And your paragraph, your writing on what were the effects of colonialism on the indigenous people should be online. Just let me take you a minute here to review how you do all that, and then we'll move on to our next step. All right, so looking at our class website, first part is for that is you are to get the packet, which is right here. And if you want to know how you can take notes on that, go ahead and watch the video there with the directions on that, which is on this one right here for Tuesday and Wednesday, 428 and 429. After you take notes on all the videos and all the readings for part 1, there's a Flipgrid question that you can answer. You can either record it on Flipgrid by pushing this big green button that we'll see there in just a second, where many of your classmates have already done that. And the question was, what were the effects, what do you think were the biggest effects of colonialism on indigenous people? And that is where you can record that. You can see some of your classmates there. If you're like, I don't want to really put myself online, I don't want to be on there, that's okay. You can email me your answer to what you think were the biggest effects of colonialism on indigenous people. Then you are to take your answer for this on a graphic organizer. We have right here, what were the effects of Spanish conquest on indigenous people in the Americas in the early modern era? You're to put your own claim, evidence, and explanation, just like we've done in class. If you're struggling, you can look and see what other students have put down to get some ideas. That was, kind of like our compare and share like we do normally in class. And lastly, you type that up as a Google Doc and you turn that into Part 1, Effects of Colonialism. And this was due on Thursday at 11:59. So you can see here, 8 of 84 people have turned it in. That's actually not bad because I'm recording this video at 1:30 on Thursday. So a lot more will come in as we go. So that is pretty much what you were supposed to have done. That should be done already. If you're not done with that, pause this video, get all that done, and then we'll continue on to our next part. All right, so let's go over what is next. Our next objective for this packet and what's going to be our next writing assessment is the prompt, explain what changes happened as African slavery grew in the Americas in the early modern era. Now, here is basically our timeline and what we need to do from this Friday all the way until next Friday. So if you want to work ahead, you can do that. Number 1, by Monday at 11:59, go in your note packet and finish your notes from pages 6 through 13. So take that same note packet that you had on colonialism and slavery and finish part 2. So basically what you do is you can, let me get there. Do all the readings and watch the videos starting from part 2, Beginnings of African Slavery, all the way until part 3, stop here where it says Cultural Diffusion in Latin America. That's where you stop, okay? So do the readings and watch the videos and take notes. And if there's an optic, do the optic too, which there's a lot of information in here for you, all right? And if you're wondering where those videos are linked, remember, just go back here and all the videos are linked. And also, the videos are actually linked on the website. So if you click on the blue, for example, on here, if I'm on part 2, many of you found this out already. But, oh, are there even videos on here? I don't think so. But if there are videos, you can just click on the blue that is on there and you can watch them. No videos for this one. This one is all readings, so that'll be nice and simple. All right, that is due by Monday, and that's Monday, May 11th at 11:59. We have a new Flipgrid question, which I have just posted, and I'll show you where that is. The new Flipgrid question is, My mistake here. Yeah, right there. Here's your new Flipgrid question. You can click on that, and that takes you to the new Flipgrid question, which is, can we still see effects of the enslavement of African people in our civilizations today? And explain your answer. And from what you get in the reading, don't just think about this country. Think about all the countries in Latin America. Can we see effects of this to this day? You can press the big green button to record your response. If you're shy and you don't want your face on that video, what you can do is you can type it out and send it to me in an email. And just like on our last assessment, this will be worth 2 points. So I'm going to grade this one like the last one, where it's out of 18 points, 2 points for your Flipgrid, 2 points for your graphic organizer, 14 points for your writing. All right, let's see what else is there. And by Wednesday at 11:59, you should have your Part 2 graphic organizer done. And let me just show you where you can get your Part 2 graphic organizer. You find your class period again, just like we did last time. So if I'm in second period, I click there, and you find your name. And you don't do the first one, you did that one already. You just go to the second one where it's Part 2. And our question is, same as our objective, explain what changes happened as African slavery grew in the Americas in the early modern era. And this is a change over time standard we'll be doing. So you write your claim here. Some of the major changes were blank, blank, and blank, which really affected people. You can go ahead and write that your claim there, put your evidence and explanation. When I come back and do our next video on Tuesday, I'll explain a little more of what to do, and maybe we'll even go over some examples. Okay? But if you want to get started on that, you may, but that does not have to be done until Wednesday of next week. And lastly, you're going to type this up and turn it into Turnitin.com by Friday next week at 11:59 when it will be graded. Okay? That is all we have for today. There's all your work for you. Hope you guys have a great day and also have a great weekend. Stay safe.